Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure review. Today, we are going to jump into the time machine and travel back to the year 2009 as we look at this from Mattel's DC Classics DC Universe line of action figures. We have Superboy, aka Conner Kent, aka Kon-El. All right, so it's been a long time since I've revisited this action figure. I was going through some of my things today, and I came across a tote that was filled with a lot of my older DC action figures, and this guy was like screaming at me, especially since McFarlane is coming out with their own version of Superboy in their DC Multiverse line. I thought it'd be fun just to, take a trip down memory lane and look at this older action figure from 2009. It's one of my favorite versions of Superboy, and I kind of felt like the Mattel version of this figure really hit the nail on the head with this one. This is like almost near perfect. It looks exactly like Conner. Everything from the leather jacket to the Superman emblem on the back. He has the red gloves, he has the belt, he has the trademark sunglasses, he has that one strap around the right leg, and even the boots. It's a beautiful looking figure, and I don't know, I just have such fond of memories of this. This was one of those action figures that when I bought it way back when, it just felt really special because I was a big fan of the Superman line of books, and this version of Superboy in particular. For me, Conner Kent is always going to be my favorite Superboy, with Superboy Prime, following really close as a, number two. But this one is great. Even though the figure is really old, you're looking at something that's, God, my math is horrible, maybe like, how many years old is this? 2019, carry the one, I think 14 years old. I still think it holds up visually very well. The articulation is, out of date. The head rotates, arms rotates, they go out. There's a bicep cut, a single pinned elbow with an extremely large pin, articulated wrists. There's an ab crunch, a waist swivel, legs kick up. There's the older T-bar method hip joint right there so the leg could go out. There's a cut above the knee for a swivel. Very large single pinned knee. And then there's also ankle articulation. The older DC Classic figures were like a 6-inch scale action figure. Superboy here comes in at 6 1/4 inches. And for a size comparison, here's a DC. Here's a Diamond Select Gotham Alfred figure. It's roughly I think a 7-inch scale action figure. And then here's a McFarlane Multiverse figure, one of the older ones, which are larger, and it completely towers over the older DC Classics figure. All right, so I think there's been some fan pushback in regards to the upcoming McFarlane Superboy figure. I think the figure has been mislabeled as being stock standard Conner Kent Superboy, when it actually is, I think, is based more so off of Rebirth Superboy, and not the older, much older like Superboy from the Doomsday era, after they killed off Superman at one time and they brought in Cyborg Superman, Eradicator, Superboy, and Steel. But this is great. I'm looking forward to the McFarlane figure a lot, but there's just something about this figure that's always going to hold a special place in my heart. I think it's a fantastic looking figure, especially when you have all of the other Superman characters from the Mattel line, standing on the same shelf next to each other. You put this guy next to Cyborg Superman, Eradicator, Steel, and long-haired Superman, the lineup just looks really awesome. It's just a great time period. And you know, this version of Superboy is really, really popular, especially with fans from my age group. All right, so I just wanted to share this with you. It's a great looking figure. If you could find this on the secondary market for a great price, pull the trigger. I don't think you'll regret it. It's a beautiful piece. All right, with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.